Okay, so I guess we'll start this. So this is the first official Discord tabletop session. Uh, Yay, we finally did it after like 4 years of talking about it.
Yay!
Let's go!
We're professionals, okay?
Oh yes.
It took 4 years because we had to make sure it was right. Yeah, it took 4 years worth of prep to get to this moment.
So this is gonna be. Originally, we were gonna do a part one of another, like, campaign. Yeah, that's because probably because it's picking me up in Cap's stream thing as well because he sucks. But thank you for letting me know. Let me move this and see if we can make that better. But yeah, so we were gonna do a part one, but we changed our mind for reasons. So this is just going to be a collection of different scenarios to get everyone introduced to the different forms of this tabletop that Cap created, which he'll explain at some point after I do the introductions. So first and foremost, we have Loki playing. Say hi, Loki.
Oh, hi. Well, I thought you were going to say my character name. I'm Griff. I'm a silly little lich guy.
And then Taco will be right back, but he is also here. We'll have him introduce himself in a second. And then we have Dune.
I will be playing Burville, the Aven Elf Vanguard.
It's gonna be awesome.
I look forward to it.
I can't wait to see the interactions, because, like, I haven't read any of y'all's character sheets. Not gonna lie, personally. So I'm excited to see how this is gonna go.
Hey, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I have all three of you guys' sheets pulled up on my screen to look at. And yeah, this looks great. This is gonna be interesting as hell.
Is Taco still dying?
I think.
Alright, I just went and got a couple cough drops.
Okay.
Because I don't know what else to do at this point.
Drink some water.
I think that's what started the problem, and I don't know how to stop it.
It's
I
okay.
mean, have you tried just removing your lungs?
That's
That would do it.
a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you end up coughing throughout the stream. We'll just put hashtag Rip Taco's lungs as well.
Yeah.
Word.
So I personally right now I'm gonna mute up to give everyone a chance. Oh, well, we also have Taco playing. Introduce you and your character.
Hi, I'm Taco. I'm trying to find my character sheet because I have too many windows open. There it is. And I was so concerned about my cough that nothing else was coming into mind. I am playing Zerzer, a male revenant from the Ghost Quarter.
For some reason right now I want to give everyone like John Cena's theme song. So yeah,
And no matter how much I tried with Copilot, it refused to make him goofy looking. So you have to have Super Serial Man.
Yeah, he's like super serious beside Griff.
Copilot made mine really goofy, so I don't know what happened to you.
But Cap, are you ready for me to hand it over?
I guess as ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. I'm going to mute up for the moment and let you take over explaining things while I eat some pizza.
Nice.
Okay. Alrighty then, it's your boy Captain Rodbone here. As Lolly had explained, this is our first official Discord tabletop session for mine, Lolly's, and Dune's homebrew built custom TTRPG called Adventure Calls. Today's session, it's going to be on the shorter side. You know, it's mainly just introducing Taco and Loki to the various major systems in the game so that they can get used to, or get introduction to how campaigns will be run and whatnot. I have 2.5, 3 scenarios I'm going to run them through, but the characters that are being played today will be part of a broader, more in-depth campaign later on. It's just, like I said, this is just the introduction to the systems and whatnot. Also, because this is an intro session and whatnot, it's not going to be I'm not going to run this as seriously as I do my other campaigns. This is going to be very laid back, chilled, very goofy coded, if you will. But yeah, also because it's just the intro to the systems, I've not done any like session 0 backstory lore dumps with the individual characters, so I'll kind of speed run the very beginning of this just to make it easier and not waste too much time. So Loki, Dune, Taco, what we're gonna do is you got Loki, Taco. Your characters are new members of an adventuring guild. You joined up right as a festival was happening in the town you're in. But with the sudden influx of new members to this guild, they decided to pair off some of the new members with veteran members of the guild. And the veteran members will help, show the new guys the ropes. That's where Dune's character comes into place. He will be your adventuring mentor, if you will. So that's where we will start. We will start at the Adventuring Guild Hall common area. You guys will, find yourself surrounded by a bunch of other adventurers of varying skill levels. A lot of them are new, meeting with their mentor-like characters. So we will start with Loki and Taco. Your characters are waiting around, or tell me what your characters are doing while you're waiting around for your mentor to show up.
Okay, where are we exactly again? I just want to make sure I understand the setting.
You're in a guild hall, the common area of a guild hall of a town. It's very generic.
Is there any like snacks or bevs in the general area?
There would be, yeah. Since since there's a festival going on outside in the main city, there would be snacks and stuff provided.
Oh, then I'm definitely just at the snack table nomming.
Okay.
I'm there too, but I'm specifically looking for chicken pot pies.
Specifically looking for chicken pot pies. Okay. Ooh, God damn! See, I thought I was ready. I'm not ready. Give me 1 second to go find my dice real quick.
We need to vamp. So, Loki, Taco, let's give ourselves like a physical description for our viewers out there. Loki, give us like a quick rundown of how Griff looks, and then we'll go to Taco.
I mean, he's he's a lich. He's kind of got some bony skin, not quite as bony as the picture provided on stream, but I am wearing a wizard type's hat and some robes with some leather armor underneath. Got a couple of rings on. Yeah. I mean, that's really all I can. My skin is very, very pale, and I got glowing red eyes.
Fancy. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I guess I can also, jump in as well, help out too.
My God, this throat thing is just like it just came out of nowhere, and it's just relentless.
It's got a frog in there.
It is. My dude is Zerzer. He is a little bit above average height. Technically, he's about 6'2". He's got long, flowing white hair, pale, kind of like faded blue, blue and gray eyes, and he's just kind of wearing like regular-ish clothes. He's not really wearing anything fancy, just like a regular, like button-up shirt and casual pants. Like I don't know what exactly how to describe his clothing, but nothing really fancy. And he has a like bluish, whitish aura that kind of radiates from his like sickly pale white skin.
Man, Book Talk would go crazy for your character's picture. I'm just saying.
You got a point.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome
But
back.
carry on. Continue.
Burville's coming down from his room that he kind of like stays at the guild hall. He's dressed relatively casually since it's a festival day in the town, so he's just kind of wearing like a nice forest green tunic, brown pants, and boots. He is an Aven elf, so he has almost bird-like features plastered onto an elven face and frame. So he's a little bit more angular in the cheekbones. He's got like a bit of a shifted down nose, as it were, almost beak-like. Kind of tan skin, like real dark brown hair. He's about 6'2", and but he always keeps his an emergency knife on along his thigh, whether it's for recreational use or for an emergency fight.
Okay.
Real quick, Loki, you said you were specifically looking for chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
I need you to roll perception. So,
I
just
don't have the dice roller pulled up. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
There we go.
but it's mainly just going to be roll a d20 and add your perception number to it, which is a 6.
I rolled a 9 in total.
As you're searching the snack table for chicken pot pie specifically, you do get that familiar whiff of a freshly baked chicken pot pie. As you follow that scent to find its source to indulge yourself, you are immediately met upon by a Sundorf man. Short stature, very stocky built, big, nice, big, full beard. But you see him take the one and only chicken pot pie that you've been able to find, and he scarfs the whole thing down in one bite.
That son of a bitch.
What the hell, man? Okay, I'll. I turn around and walk over to the refreshments table and grab a brownie instead. Hobble my way over to a chair and sit down with sadness in my eyes.
Among all the commotion of the guild hall, people talking, conversing, having a good time, or whatever, you distinctly hear the satisfying burp of a man who just ate a chicken pot pie.
I want to punch him. That was my chicken pot pie, man.
I mean, you could roll to punch this man if you want to.
I rolled a pickpocket him, actually.
Okay, all right.
I'm just gonna flat out rob him. He took my pot pie. I'm gonna steal from him now.
All right. So first, roll. I need you to make a stealth roll, which is
Okay.
another d20.
I believe I'm
Yes.
just flat out since I have light armor, right?
Yeah. So you have edge. So roll
Oh.
twice, take the higher.
I need to find it. Okay, this 2d20. 18.
Ooh. Surprisingly, thanks to the amount of people in this area and everybody being distracted with their own merrymaking, you blend in really well, so nobody sees you moving about. You sneak up to the Sundorf man who ate your chicken pot pie, and now I need you to roll for a pickpocket.
I have +8, I believe.
Yep, that will be a hand in this roll. So yep, add +8.
13 + 8.
Ooh. Let's see what you successfully took from this man. You successfully grabbed his wallet.
Oh, good.
In his wallet is $200.
I take half and I put the other half back.
Okay, all right.
Oh, what a generous thief.
You can't call Griff a thief and say he won't put it back. $100. All right, I've added that to my character sheet.
Okay.
Now I meet up with Zerzer. Hi, Zerzer. How's it going? Why do I always go for the fucking gruff voice? No, I want to be silly.
I was about to say, I was just like an immediate, like, hey, what's up, brother?
Tuesday, brother.
I'm sorry, what?
You don't know? No, sidetrack.
No, I'm not up to. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Tuesday meme. I'm not up to date on the Tuesday meme. I'm sorry. I'm familiar with it, but I don't know it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Question: do we actually know each other, or do we just happen to all be there?
That's a good question.
With the guild having decided to pair up some new adventurers with a mentor, you would know of your adventuring partner for this specific situation, but you wouldn't necessarily know them.
Okay, so it's like a familiar face and name, but like no like super deep friendship. Just like I know you're here, like I know of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
And same thing for you, Dune. Like you know who you're going to be mentoring, like you know what they look like, you know their names, but nothing more specific than that.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I guess at this point, Burville will have spotted Griffin Zerzer from across the way, and he'll approach them with probably an overly developed sense of like big brother energy, because he's going to try and take this role as mentor probably like a little too seriously until he gets like a feel for the vibe. So I guess you said Griff and Zerzer have now or they're like next to each other now.
Yeah, I walked up to Zerzer.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, so with a little bit too much gusto, and I guess I don't know if there's a better word for this, but I guess machismo. He's going to approach the two and say, "So you must be the new recruits."
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am, and you are Burville, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll be your mentor for the first few months of your time here. Show you the ropes, make sure you guys don't get killed within the first week.
I've lived 30 some years. I mean, I haven't been killed yet, so doing pretty good there, Chad.
Chad. I think his name is Burville.
Oh, apologies.
I know a few Chads, but I'm not one of them.
Jeez, Zerzer, lighten up a bit.
If I lighten any more, my aura will glow too much.
All right, buddy.
That's a radiance joke. All right, fine. It went over your head.
So, would I give him both my time in the Adventurers Guild as well as people?
So you have met Lich and Revenant before. They're for the generic location of this setting. They're not common, but they're not rare either. I would say
So
out of
uncommon, you would say.
yeah, I would say uncommon. I don't know why I phrased it that way.
It's all good.
The Revenant are some Revenants are some of the original inhabitants of the country. Some are freshly born, but they have that sickly pale skin, that a death aura around them. The Lich have some part of their body encased in bone, but like their culture is very old. It's very ancient feeling to it.
Okay. So are the both of you from the Ghost Quarter, or either of you?
I'm actually from the Dunescape, the Sovereign Colony. I grew up there most of my life.
I do hail from the Ghost Quarter, though. Yes.
Interesting. Well, since if we've got the time for it, we should all sit down, get to know each other a little bit better, since we're most likely going to be spending a good amount of time with each other on the jobs, and we're going to be looking out for each other. So, the better we can get along, the better.
Agreed.
Real quick, lore dump. When it comes to the regions and whatnot, people from the Dunescape Desert and people from the Ghost Quarter tend to not have compromising views when it comes to environments, since one's from a desert and the other's from the ocean. They tend to butt heads when it comes to environmental aesthetics and when you get one person from a place with very little water and talking to somebody else who's from a place with very little land, there's going to be some conflict when it comes to things of that nature, regarding that nature.
So what you're saying is we're Team Magma and Team Aqua.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pretty much.
Land is better. Water is better.
So, just keep that in mind for your characters when you're interacting when it comes to locations and stuff like that,
Okay.
I'm sure that won't cause any team friction in the future whatsoever.
No, it's fine. It's
all right.
fine.
Well, let's see. So I forgot to ask this GM before we started. What sort of currency do I have on me?
Yes, I too would like to know.
Dune, roll a D10. Loki, Taco, roll a D8.
D8.
Wow, you're making us poor, huh?
Yeah, but you already have $100 that you just thrifted.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
You rolled
it,
an 8.
Griff. I rolled an 8.
I could have lifted 200.
Dune, with your 8, you give yourself 800. That's fine.
Bet.
I also
4.
rolled an 8.
I'll just leave this open, I reckon.
Let's see. Oh yeah, and for this setting, what is the currency referred to as? Or do we just go with the classic fantasy gold?
No, since I'm using paper money in this game, it is notes.
Notes.
Loki, with your 8, you also will start off with 800, and then add your extra 100 to that you stole.
900.
All right, so I rolled a 4, so I'm
Nice.
assuming that's 400.
Yes.
No, you actually only have 4. You rolled really poorly.
Maybe.
Okay, you're good.
What did we do?
I was doing a sound check.
Yeah, see, but now you have good internet, so the scuffage should drastic go down.
Oh yeah, the disconnect will, but everything
Drastic
else,
go down.
Yeah.
all the other stuff, scuff stream.
He's got the Smo and Joe math.
Shut up.
All right. Well, to celebrate our newly formed team, how about I buy you fellas a drink?
I never turned
Sold,
down
my good man.
libations.
All right, sounds good. Y'all got any preferences?
Excuse me, guys. I'm not sure if everyone knows who I am. I am the co-leader of the guild. We have just had a theft reported.
That's weird.
So if anyone has
What happened?
if anyone has any information, someone's wallet has had some money taken out of it. And unfortunately, at the moment with the festival going on, our doors are currently closed to everyone but those in here. So unfortunately, the one who did it is somewhere in here. If anyone has any information, please come and tell me. There is a reward for any information found. Thank you.
Can I roll a perception check to look around for any sort of shady character inside the bar?
Yep, roll perception.
It certainly wouldn't be the person that just pickpocketed one of their guild members.
I rolled a 2.
Everybody looks innocent and flabbergasted that such a crime could have taken place. Nobody looks suspicious to you.
Okay, I walk up to the barkeep and say, I point to the most innocent-looking person in the bar and say,
Oh my god.
that one over there. That I saw that one reach into that man's pocket and steal money.
You end up pointing to this little old sweet-looking grandma.
Listen,
Like
Grandma? I don't think she's the type.
Yeah, it's this little old lady, the powder white hair and curlers, the little grandma moo like with a little cardigan over it. She's sitting in her chair. She's just knitting, you know.
Grandma's
like,
Am I near Griff when he's divulging this information?
You can be if you want to.
Oh no.
I mean, yes, I would like to be.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so he's pointed to the barkeep, and I have now been divulged with the information that he's pointed to the old woman.
Uh-huh.
I make my way over to the old woman.
Oh no.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. My partner, I use with air quotations, over there, has just accused you of theft. Do you have anything to say for yourself right now?
Oh my, well, never.
Well, I beg your pardon. I'm sorry, ma'am. You sound like you stuttered. What was that?
I would never steal.
My new partner has accused you of theft, and you have nothing to say for yourself at the moment, except you are you sure? You're saying he is a liar.
Yes, I just arrived with some nice little chicken pot pies.
As you go to this woman, unfortunately your voice was a little louder than you intended, and a crowd has started to form around you as this conversation goes on. Half the people are visibly upset that you would accuse this poor old grandmother of such a heinous crime, and the other half are shocked that this little old lady could do something so monstrous.
Listen, I just want to make it clear to everybody that is here. My character, I'm doing something outside of how I normally play an RPG character. I normally like to be right in the middle, but I decided to go a little different. I'm morally left, which means I'm more like lawful leaning. So when I see somebody is like pointed out as the culprit, like that is, I just want to make sure that people understand. Like my dude like feels duty bound to at least go assess the situation. So he doesn't care if he's being heard. Like he's like he will gladly do it.
Burville's gonna like kind of interpose between the two of you and kind of also look around at the gathering crowd and look back at Zerza, be like, "Easy, Greenhorn. We don't make accusations lightly around here."
Well, then we have
Virgil,
two
it's good to
options
see you
here.
again.
Either this woman stole, or we are with an untrustworthy skur.
Oh,
Ooh.
I beg your pardon.
literally
You have
just-
known me for so long, about 30 minutes. I would never lie.
Stop.
GM, I would like to insight Griff.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll that d20. Add your intelligence modifier, which is a +3.
Let's go. Excellent. A 6.
As far as
Six
you can,
total, I mean.
as far as you are concerned, you have no reason to doubt this man.
I'm
Griff seems to be speaking the truth. He's no true liar would join this fantastic and honorable adventurers guild.
I'm gonna
I'm still
I'm gonna speak
flabbergasted
up.
that you would dare accuse Graham.
Hold on one second. I gotta converse with Lolly real quick.
Okay. Good job.
Come on,
Chance.
guys, it
We've
was
already
totally
derailed the
her.
game.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Boy, this man is doubling down.
I know he's trying. Oof.
I'm speaking.
I
up for
believe
the-
you, Griff.
I also believe you, Griff. Halfway.
Thank you. Thank you. I very much appreciate it.
You might be a filthy land dweller, but I believe in your
Oh, you
truthfulness.
ocean folk would think that, wouldn't you?
Excuse me, young man. Burville, you know I'd never do this.
I'm well aware, Graham. Don't you worry. I'm on your side in this one.
Oh, thank
Well,
you,
you just
young
said you
boy.
were on my side.
You're such a good boy, she says, patting Burville's cheek.
Yes, Burville will have knelt down for that. I don't know how tall or short Graham is.
Oh no, she's. You guys remember Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
Oh,
Oh, God,
Granny
she's small.
Oh my
Foster?
god.
Yeah, this is Madam
Tiny.
Foster. Yeah, we got
Oh,
a tiny little lady.
perfect.
Oh, I was gonna call her
Um,
Granny Longarms.
I was also thinking it was the fucking red
Yeah,
one.
little cartoon physics just patting Burville's cheek.
Burville, Dune, with the pat on the
Yeah.
cheek, you are filled with this sense of love and acceptance from her.
Excellent.
And because it's a little old lady and I like to run my games really fucking goofy in situations, give yourself a +1 on your next roll from Graham's affection.
Let's
Aw.
fucking go.
Graham affection.
Let's call that the Graham bonus.
Also, like with the pat on the cheek and everything, with her being so sweet and innocent, the half of the crowd that are like astounded that she could be accused of such things, like you hear the "aw" from the crowd and everything, and
Excellent.
somebody whispers, "She's so sweet."
Wait,
Okay.
wait. How soft was her touch as she gently tapped your cheek?
As gentle of a tap as grandmothers normally are when they're kneading biscuit dough.
So she could have easily snuck into those pockets.
Exactly.
I
If she
I
has
don't
a
know, I haven't
soft
pretty
touch,
sh-
she could have easily slipped into a pocket.
Well, I see one easy way to solve this problem, okay? First, we need to know how much was stolen.
Correction. You actually
Anyone?
need to know. You actually need to know what was stolen. That was actually never divulged.
Oh, okay, then I will rephrase that. What was stolen?
What was stolen
Not only
would
directed
be
towards. Yeah.
the same lady who made the announcement that a theft had occurred does inform you that 100 notes was stolen from one of the guild members.
Then we simply need to see Well, we need to do a simple money count, right?
Correct.
I actually see an easier way to solve this. The three of us, being myself, Griff, Zerzer, and Burville, should simply give the man that was stolen 100 notes $25 notes each and just call it a day.
That's only $75.
$75.
He can get over the other 25.
Burble doesn't like that kind of attitude. Burble will remember this.
Should we form a cursiole before we give it to him?
We should definitely. Yeah, I agree.
So as Griff's saying that, the little old lady like hobbles over closer to him. Why would you accuse me without knowing?
Because I saw
me?
you do it, you old bat.
You old bat.
Whoa!
Get away from me.
Whoa!
So as you call her an old bat, you see like she kind of tenses for a second. Excuse me.
The crowd surrounding you, like everybody in the crowd goes, ooh.
Burble's gonna back away. He's no longer a part of this.
Griff's about to end her whole career.
the co-leader of the guild who made the announcement originally, you see her you see like panic flicker across her face as she begins to run towards the emergency exit.
Oh god, what have I
Wait,
done?
what?
Grandma's a big bad
You're
evil
making
guy.
a run for it? What?
So
Go ahead.
what's your name, young man?
I am Griff. My name is Griff.
Prepare to meet your end.
Oh
She
no.
says, as she says, "Pretty reach your end." You see fire and brimstone flash through her eyes.
Oh no.
And she begins to shift and convulse and double, triple, quadruple, quintuple in size to where she goes from being 3'2" to being 7 feet tall of pure rippling rage and muscle.
I called it. She's a
Oh,
thief.
no.
She's a demon and a thief. I summoned my daggers from home.
Oh Jesus! Hold on. Wait. Okay, so I would like to interpose before Graham can strike Griff. Or rather, if or when she goes to strike at him, Burble is going to I guess this would be like an equivalent of a readied action. I guess going to use my combat skills of cover and block to give me a +3 if or when it happens.
Okay. Real quick, for Burville, for you, Dune, upon seeing, like, watching her transform, you remember who exactly this woman is. Sweet little Graham is one of the oldest members of the guild. But she is she got the title during her adventuring days as the World Breaker.
Oh no!
She has taken on small armies by herself.
It's great.
And
Griff, what the fuck?
and
I saw her do it.
along with Graham's affection, that +1 Graham affection you have, you are also now filled with a sense of dread, and now fully understand why the co-owner of the guild fled towards the emergency exit.
Yeah. God damn it. Okay. Well, I'll let everyone else decide what they're going to do.
Well, Party Wipe episode 1.
I'll be fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I ignore the first instant of damage, so let her do her worst.
You know, that's fair.
God, I'm trying to think of anything I can do at this point.
Can I ask what terrain we're on?
We're in a building.
You're in a building, urban setting. I believe that's one of the terrain bonuses is urban.
+1 exploit.
Oh boy. Okay. We should have remembered that from the get-go. So now you have summoned your daggers to your side. Were you, like I said, you are faced with a 7-foot tall muscle monster. You also have that
Is he
sense
like a
of
max level Outlander?
yes. You are filled with that sense of dread and fear as she takes one imposing step towards you.
Okay.
The ground seems to shake, to quit. The ground itself seems to quiver in fear of her presence now.
Okay. Well, listen here. I am sorry for accusing you. Okay? Please go back to kind little Gram, and we will forget all about this. No one needs to die today.
You said you saw me. You saw me what?
Oh no. Oh
I
no.
was mistaken by the other grandmother. In the
I need you to make a charisma roll, and add your +1 to exploit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is my charisma skill?
Your charisma is 18.
+3.
Yeah, +3.
So +4 in total.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need you to roll a conflicting charisma roll. Actually, no, you'll roll intelligence to see, like, to try to see through the lie or the deception.
I rolled a 22. 18 + 4.
Hot damn.
We don't have a character sheet for this, so do I add any bonuses?
You will also get a +3.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh.
Can I?
Well,
Since he said there's another old woman, can I roll for a perception roll to look for another old woman there?
Yes.
Accuse that
Okay.
one.
I have a +10 to it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll perception.
let's go.
So that's a 29.
Okay.
This is why we min-max people.
You instantly spot at least. No, I'm not even gonna say at least. You spot exactly 7 other old women in the guild hall at the moment.
Okay.
Look for the shadiest one. Look for the shadiest one.
All right then.
And plant this 100 notes on him.
First and foremost,
Oh my god.
I'm just scanning to see who is there first. All right, now give me a second here. I also have like a +4 to charisma plus I have orator, so like I have really great speaking abilities. So I have like a +6 to try and do like some sort of like mediation here before things get really out of hand.
Is there any way that I could like help him with that? Can I?
Yes.
Is there able to like help give any sort of bonus to that? What would I give?
I will do it. We'll give him edge on it, so he'll get advantage.
Okay.
It's because you know Gram. You have a connect. You have a bond. She likes you. You know, she trusts you. So
Yeah.
Okay, so 18 and an 11. So I'll take the 18, which puts me at a 24 as I try to step in between, seeing the. You said how many? 6 was it?
7.
7. My apologies. 7 other. Okay, so Gram Cliff, hold. If he was mistaken, I will give him the benefit of the doubt one last time in this situation. If there are 7 other possible suspects, then it is only fair to do a lineup and allow this young man to look at them. If one of those 7 can be identified and has the 100 folds on them, we will have found the true culprit. If we do not find them, and I slowly turn and look at Griff, and see no matching folds, then we shall know the truth of the matter.
I agree.
Now, Graham, that sounds like a very reasonable line of actions, don't you think?
Only if I can hit him once.
No,
Graham,
please.
you may take your rage out upon me.
Still, you say that, and like she turns towards you, and like the brimstone like lowers. Oh, but young man, you're so sweet.
When she did turn towards you, though, Zerzer, you are still filled with that sense of dread and fear before she speaks in her nice granny voice.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like my dude's using everything in his backbone to get through this. But like I said, I'm also like really leaning back on that, ignoring the first instant of damage. Just so that, like, it's like I'll take it on the chin if absolutely necessary to get through this.
For real, yeah.
I'm literally being like, I'm looking at the situation, trying to handle it as like eloquently and procedurally as possible, because it's like my guy is like, I want this just to be settled, and we'll have all debts shall be handled when this is finished.
So Graham is gonna turn back from Zerzer to Griff, step close and like grab him by his collar and lift him up, and say,
Please.
"Are you sure? One last time. Accuse me now."
No, it wasn't you. It was someone else.
So you say that, and she's gonna set you down, and she starts calming down.
Just as quickly as she quintupled in size, she goes back to being the cute little adorable grandma. That sense of fear and dread that everyone felt is replaced by a calm sweetness that you get from sweet old grandmas. That feeling of being around them. Everybody gets filled with that instead. Sighs of relief everywhere. The co-leader of the guild had made it to the emergency door, but she stops, turns around, she wipes the sweat from her brow.
Grandma reaches into her nice little rucksack she has, and hands Griff a chicken pot pie. Now remember this: the next time you accuse without proof, I am keeping my eye on you.
I apologize, Graham.
And then she gives you a pat on your cheek, and now you have the +1 from Grandma's affection.
Let's go.
I feel like a near-death experience.
All right, line them up.
The co-leader of the guild comes back. She comes back to the main group, and she makes an announcement saying they will do the lineup in private, so everybody can go back to the go back to their daily lives. They spent enough time on the situation. It's made a big enough of a scene, and we want to do this as professionally and calmly as possible, as to not cause more strife. Also, you roll perception, everybody, real quick.
Okie dokie.
12.
What is my plus to perception again? 6. So 7 plus 6. 13.
I also got 13.
You did hear the co-owner mutter under her breath that they also just finished renovating the guild hall and they don't need it broken again.
Again, oh no. This is a rowdy guild.
It's starting to feel like we're in the fairy tale guild right now.
I'm also kind of thinking that.
I wouldn't even be upset about that.
But they take the all the old people are rounded up and are taken into a back room to be interrogated and try to figure out where the money went. So now you guys are free to go about your day.
Okay.
Yeah, can we flee this scene? Can we go somewhere else by chance? Maybe to a
Well, now, Griff,
brothel.
now hold on. You seem to be the one sole witness. We need to know what you saw. So what did you see?
Can I sneakily take 100 notes out of my pocket and drop it upon the floor?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to give an opposed perception check to notice.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
if that's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Loki, roll that handiness. Taco and Dune, you guys can roll perception if you would like to.
Oh God. Well, we are
Let's-
staring at you.
I rolled a
Yeah.
nat 20 with my 10 plus 10 modifier.
So I rolled a 17.
All right, Loki, what was your base roll?
20.
Okay.
Yep,
Uh,
never
you know,
mind then.
30 in total.
So even with them staring at you, intently trying to get answers, you are able to stealthily drop the 100 notes on the ground.
Burtle's too busy trying to like read his face. He's trying too hard to notice details to not notice the obvious.
Right.
Okay.
So now there are 100 notes on the ground.
Yes. I look upon the ground and go, "Ah! My! What is this?" I reach down and pick it up. 100 notes upon the floor. Young man, I walk up to the man that I stole them from and said,
Oh my god.
"Here, is this yours?"
Oh my god.
The
You can't
Sundorf
get
man
away with
turns.
this.
The Sundorf man turns towards you, looks you up and down, looks at the 100 notes you have in your hand, gingerly accepts it, and he's rifling through it, and he goes, "Ah, yes, this is my money. You can tell because I mark each of my notes with a little family crest. So and he shows you the little family crest on one of the notes, and he goes, "Thank you. Where did you find the money? Who stole it?"
I think it merely must have just fallen out of your pocket.
Well, he thanked you for finding his money. He then apologizes to the guild hall as a whole for causing such a commotion, causing such a stir. And then he goes back to eating chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie thief and bastard.
Oh wait, that means more chicken pot pies have been brought out though.
Correct.
Graham did give me one. I will be
Oh,
saving it for
excellent.
later.
Cool. All right, well, let the investigators know that they can call off search. The 100 notes were found. Let those grannies go.
Okay. One generic guild member runs off to relay the message. And so ends the first spur of the moment scenario, because that was definitely not planned.
That's what makes it all the better.
So just let you
I'm
guys
glad
know.
you said that was the end because my dude was seriously still about to be like, wait. One of
Hang
those
on.
7 women stole that money and dropped it on the floor. One of them is still responsible for this.
Alright, but just let you guys know that it is
No,
showing a
nothing.
timer of 59.
All right, well, I guess after that, I'm officially going to buy them that drink for technically surviving their first encounter.
I would like one honey mead if the bar has it. Still
You guys are-
shaking.
All right, so you guys are enjoying a drink. So at this moment that somebody from the guild reminds everybody else that there is a festival going on in the town outside. And don't not go to the festival and enjoy yourselves, especially after the near-death experience everybody collectively experienced. So that's actually going to be our next scenario, is going to be the festival. So I can show you guys how buying stuff and haggling, that kind of thing works. Also, it's just more going over skill checks and your attribute checks and things like that. So that'll be the next section we do.
So Zerzer, you really showed some backbone back there. Not a lot of people are able to stand up to Graham, especially when she's angry like that.
I just try to do what I think is right. It just takes one man to change the world.
It's a very noble way of looking at things. I can appreciate that. And Griff, you need to maybe not get confused.
I apologize for my actions. I really do.
I, for one,
So
am
long as
still
we've
a
all
bit
learned a
sus.
lesson.
Why? What's sus of me? For what reason?
No one said of you. There are 7 possible guilty parties in another room that are being escorted back in to steal again.
Well, should we round them up? And
That's not for me to
So-
decide. The guild has decided to clear the room of such arguments and accusations. I'm trying to say words and it's not really working. The man has had his money returned, but
Yes,
I shall be
yes.
wary of them.
it is very, very lucky that I have found it upon the floor.
Quite.
Keen eye.
I have been known to have that.
Strange that just a pile of 100 notes were just sitting on the floor that no one noticed.
It is strange, yes.
Well, it is a busy guild hall in the midst of festival season.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point.
And it takes a
So,
truly,
Zerzer, what can I get? Oh, you go ahead.
it takes a truly heroic man to return the money and not keep it.
Christ. This is going to be a great adventuring party.
Gold star, listener. Gold star.
We've got a criminal. We've got a cop.
Loki, hold on. Loki, what is your morality?
He never put it, but with how he's acting, he's definitely middle. He's moral middle as fuck.
Yeah, I like playing middle. I'll do what needs to be done.
I just was curious if he was going to lean like. I mean, it just was one accusation after another. I was like, is my man more right? And this is just like going to be bizarre.
I'm just a silly little guy.
I'm just a silly little guy.
For those watching, just to clarify, how I'm doing morality in this game. There are 3 different stages of morality. There's moral left, which is upstanding citizens. They'll report crimes. They'll do what they feel is right. Serious crimes only in serious circumstances. Never kill a child unless that child's a bomb and is going to blow up an orphanage. Moral
Honestly,
middle.
That's pretty
Good.
fucked up plan. Whoever came up with that one.
Yeah, but shit happens, especially in a
That's a good
fantasy
scenario,
setting.
though. I mean,
It is right. Moral middle is your chaotic, your neutrals, your chaotics. Little crime here and there. They do. They're a lot more. Yeah,
But
they're
accusing grandmas.
accusing grandmas. Stealing because his chicken pot pie got taken.
A turn of events.
They're not necessarily bad people, but they sometimes they do questionable things. And then there's moral right, and those are criminals, hardcore criminals. Do
Dirt
crime,
bags.
be gay. They also moral rights like to do their best to try to convince other people to commit crimes. So yeah, those are my morality states in the game. All right.
So, what
So
to do?
after your drinks and your conversation, getting to know each other a little bit better and whatnot, you find yourselves, outside of the guild hall, in the town proper, and yeah, it's in full festival swing. There are stalls everywhere. You can, you smell the food, all the merriment. You can hear all that. You can see
You can
games are
smell
being
the
played.
merriment?
I didn't mean I forgot to add a word to
That's-
before that.
That's high
Yeah.
quality merriment right there.
Oh yeah.
Can I
yeah.
smell a chicken pot pie?
You can. There's a whole stall dedicated to chicken pot pie.
It's the first stall I want to go to.
Oh, GM, I
Yes.
I desire immersion. What's the name of the town?
thank you. I was about to ask that too.
Shit.
What a great name for a town!
Ah, beautiful oh shit during festival season.
You are, because this is non-specific at the moment. You are in the town of Genera.
Ah,
Ah.
I thought we were gonna be in
see.
Defaultville.
No. You had to pass through Defaultville to get here.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's just south of Citiesville.
Yeah.
I'm about to say it's like 2 drives over from Starter Town, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but there's like road construction now, so you have to hit the long way around.
Oh Jeebus!
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, you are in the town of Genera, and I mean, there's nothing really like nothing about the town really like stands out other than like when they decide to do a festival because they go all out on their festivals. But you know, it has just your classic your classic town amenities. You know, it has a blacksmith. It has its place of worship. A town hall, a school for children. It has the basics.
I think since we're out enjoying the festivities now, I think I would like to go peruse to see what sort of festival games they've got available.
All right. So far the 3 biggest games they have so far, they have the classic, test your strength hammer game. You swing the hammer, try to hit the bell. They have one that's a little bit more on the dangerous side. I mean, it's still safe, so children can play it, but it has a sense of danger. It's the catch the arrow.
I would like to play that.
And then there's also a guy who claims that he knows when people are lying no matter what. So it's a whole 2 truths 1 lie kind of situation.
I would also like to play that.
Yeah, he makes a big spectacle about it. So,
and I would obviously be interested in the strength test.
Okay, all right. So that's what we will do then. We'll start with the strength test since that's the one I have written down first.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So as you walk up, you get the generic carnival theme park. Come test your strength, win a prize. Hit the bell, win a prize, that kind of thing. So,
all right. Orville steps up, grabs the hammer, makes sure he's got a good grip on it, and he's gonna take that big old swing. Make sure he's put some oomph into it.
All right.
Okay.
Give me a strength roll.
Okay. Now, with this, could I also suggest that I would be able to also add my one-handed weapon proficiency?
No, because it is a 2-handed hammer you're swinging to try to hit the bell.
Okay.
I will let you get your athletics though.
Oh,
because this is a
+5.
Right.
All right. Let's do this. Hot damn, that's a nat 20.
Hot damn. So, perfect form. You grab the hammer. The weight of the hammer feels perfect. It's perfectly weighted. It's right within your strength range.
I've played this festival game many times.
Right. So you the form you need to take, the stance you need to have. You go for that big swing. It's picturesque, all right? Like the sun's glinting off of everything. Like the shadows are perfect. Like it's the perfect the snapshot of you hitting the thing to raise the metal bar to hit the bell. Because it's a nat 20, and I like the rule of cool and being unnecessary as fuck. It's that moment that you see in movies and TV shows where they do the hammer game and they
like busts off the bell.
It busts off the bell.
Oops. Apologies, Barker.
Passerbys, the Barker himself, little kids who are around lose their fucking minds. All right, they go buck fucking wild because they haven't seen such a display in so long, and it was beautiful. It was perfect. It was a perfect moment.
He just raises both his hands up in the air.
People start crowding.
Applause.
Yeah, people start crowding you, giving you high fives, fist bumps, just congratulating you on your success. And the Barker's just, he's getting the crowd even more riled up. He's like hyping you, he's hyping up the whole situation. And he's like, come on over, pick your prize. You can pick any prize you see here. Actually, because you did such a good job, I'll let you pick 2 prizes. And it has your generic carnival game stuff, stuffed animals, like oversized stuffed animals, replica weapons, some wooden weapons for like kids to play with, or like replicas of famous legendary weapons, things of that nature. So you get to pick 2.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I think one of the prizes, he's actually going to grab like this big like plush animal.
Okay.
I'm not really picky as to what animal it is, because it's not really going to be for him. It's going to be for someone else that he's like taken a fancy to over the years.
Ooh.
As for the other prize, I think maybe like a wooden training weapon, I suppose.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll take one of the replica weapons.
Okay. All right. So, there is a replica of the legendary spear, the Sky Piercer, which in Legends was used to by a legendary hero to slay the final dragon during the Dragon Wars. There's the legendary replica, or the replica of the legendary sword, the 1,000 Cuts. It's a really nice katana. There's a replica pistol. Legend says it was like one of the first pistols ever successfully created. Those are your options.
The clock. Take the clock.
Let's see. For the little bit of history that he's a bit of a fan of, he's going to take the replica Sky Piercer. Sky Piercer.
Yeah, good old Sky Piercer. You are now the proud owner of a high quality replica of the Sky Piercer. Well, I don't want to say high quality, but good quality. It's
a quality.
Yeah, it's pretty good quality.
It's
locally handmade.
All right, so I walk over to said arrow catching booth, and I look at the Barker and ask him how the game works.
Luckily for you, as you get up there, somebody new had just started the game. What you see before you is a basically, the archery target practice lanes you see about, there is a guy standing on one end with a bow, and he has a barrel full of these safety arrows that they'll leave a bruise, but they won't cause permanent damage or harm. Maybe 30 to 40 feet away from him in a straight line is the person doing the game, and they're standing there in a circle on the ground. And what you see is the guy, once the ready signal is given, the guy pulls the arrow out of the barrel and shoots the arrow at the contestant, and the contestant does their best to just try to catch the arrow out of the air before getting hit, or try to catch the arrow before it either hits them or goes past them to the target dummy. The guy who's currently up there misses. He misses the arrow, and it bounces off his shoulder. There's a little bit of pain, but it's still a fun little experience. A little adrenaline rush. So he's still happy. He laughs it off or whatever. On his second attempt, nat 20. This man surprisingly does a fucking trick. Once the ready signal is given, this man turns his back to the archer. The archer fires the air, looks confused but shrugs anyway because it's part of the game, and he fires the arrow. The contestant does a fucking backflip and catches the arrow midair. And then everybody, cheers. Everybody gets a little wild because that was really fucking cool to look at. And he gets one more attempt. So he's really feeling himself. He's like, he feels like big man on campus. He just did the coolest thing ever. People saw that. He's really hype right now. For his third attempt, though, he fails, and the arrow hits him right in the forehead.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was perfect.
All right. Well, then I step up, and it's 3 separate attempts.
Yes.
Okay. As I walk forward, I tell them to prepare 3 archers to fire at once.
3 archers to fire. Okay.
Ooh.
The crowd, there's murmurs in the crowd, like, oh man, this guy, like, what's gonna happen? 3 archers at one time? Is the guy really that good? So
Either gonna be great or I'm gonna look stupid. So
so the archer, calls some other friends, or calls some of his buddies over. They get their bows and they each draw an arrow from the barrel, and they're just waiting for the ready signal.
all right. So question for you.
Yes.
Just because I'm trying to learn how my class looks like when actively doing stuff. So my guy, as he's walking out there, he takes off his shirt
Okay.
and just drops it to the ground. And
Ooh.
you can see he just has a random giant scar across his chest, and he stretches out his arms a little bit, and you can see just a straight line scar running down his from his armpit to the center of the palm of his hand, in both arms.
Okay.
When the Fury class activates it because of the blood shaping, other than of course the actual thing coming from it, is there coming from the body, is there any sort of traversal glow or noticeable thing, or is it literally just from how it comes from the body?
That is also another thing that's up to your preference.
Okay.
You can flavor that however you want to.
Okay. Next question then. Revenant blood color. Is it just generic red, or do different species have various blood color?
There are various blood colors for the Revenant because of what happened to the race as a whole. It's still red, but it is a darker, sickly kind of red. It looks like it would be riddled with disease if you could see disease in blood.
Okay, fair enough. So as I'm walking out, you just see this crimson line starting to not glow, but stain down my very very clear, very pale and clearly white skin. So it stands out really strong.
Mm-hmm. The crowd is stunned. They're staring at you hard because they've never seen something of this sort.
So as I go out there, I walk out to the position where I saw the previous guy standing, and I put both of my hands up in the air, and then drop them, giving the ready sign, but I drop them in a preparing to catch or do something pose, you know what I mean?
Right. Once the ready signal is given, the archers knock the arrows and they all fire simultaneously. So you now have 3 safety arrows coming at you.
All right. So
how do you want to catch them?
I am going to for the basis of understanding, it's going to be very almost Spider-Man-esque.
Okay.
With when the arrows are coming at me, it'll be a webbing shot as they're like coming near me to make sure I'm actually able to like snag all of them at once,
Okay.
and then like bring them into my body.
Okay. So definitely add you're gonna get your dexterity bonus, definitely,
Yeah.
for that. I would also give you your sculpting, because you're specifying how your since you specify how the blood is going to look.
Yeah.
I definitely also give you sculpting on that, and I will allow you to also add your aim since you're trying to catch them out of the air.
That works for me. All right, so that is 3, 4, 7. All right, give me a good roll so I don't look like a complete idiot.
Just to give you a heads up, because this is a really fucking cool thing you're trying to do, I will definitely bend some rules to make this happen.
Well, I mean, I rolled a 14, so I get a 21 on it.
Oh, you're good to go then. You're perfectly fine. And just how you describe what you wanted to happen, that's exactly how it happens. As the arrows are flying towards you, you shoot out your web-shaped like blood and catch every single arrow. The crowd at first stunned silence. Like I said, they've never seen anything like this. They can't believe what they just saw, and not quite to the same fervor that Burville had with his hammer strike. The crowd still goes nuts though. They still go wild. One guy actually just faints from just sheer excitement. Like you overstimulated this man, and he just passes the fuck out, foaming at the mouth.
Burville is applauding quite loudly, cheering as enthusiastically as he can for his teammate. That was cool as fuck.
I'll say I just take the 3 arrows. As I'm walking back, I use one of them to like pick my shirt up, loop it onto my shoulder, and then I hand the 3 arrows back to the caller, and I say to him, "Whatever prize I'm awarded, give to that small child over there," and then I walk away.
Some of the women who are in the crowd are definitely now swooning. Like back of the hand to the forehead, the rapid fanning of themselves,
Oh Lord, the vapors.
little leg with their little quiver, like body quivers, that's definitely happening.
Oh Lord, I'm edging.
SpongeBob.
Oh my god.
So yeah, and then also you felt the barker, like you could feel his respect towards you for giving your prize to a small child, like and you feel a little bit better about yourself for doing that, like you got some respect, you got some adoration. You definitely just gained some townsfolk as fans of yours, which could come in handy later. Who knows?
I did my cool thing.
Yeah, no, that was nice. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was fucking
cool.
dope.
I mean,
We're
one of two
killing
things
these
was going to
games right
happen.
now.
Either I was going to have a wonderfully great moment of, well, that guy's a moron, or I was going to have a really cool moment. I mean, I'm going to be really dissatisfied with either.
All right. So, where last left off, Zerzer just popped off some really cool Spider-Man blood shit, catching the arrows, and then being just a super cool dude and giving his top prize to a child that he doesn't even know. So next up, Carnival game-wise, we have the 2 Truths, 1 Lie game. It's a game if you can deceive, how well you can deceive somebody. And I'm pretty sure we said Griff was going to be participating in that
Yes.
game.
Yes, I will be.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right. So, in the area where the games are, there's a crowd gathered around around a table. Sitting at this table is this interestingly dressed man. He's wearing these really big, baggy purple robes. They're adorned with all kinds of jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, bangles, ring. He has a turban that has a gemstone in it, curly mustache, pointy goatee, a monocle. Like, this man looks out of place.
Okay.
Very flashy, very over the top. Sitting across from him is just an average villager, nothing.
A man of the people.
Yeah, a man of the people. But the overly dressed man is intently staring at the contestant with it just such a strong intensity. Watching him stare at this man is making you feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
And he stares at this man. The contestant starts to squirm in his chair. He starts to sweat a little bit. Just from the intensity of this man's stare. And then really quickly, the overly dressed man goes, I figured it out. Your grandmother's name isn't Margaret. And the crowd goes, ooh, ah, and he goes, whoa, how'd you know? Crowd erupts in cheer because he figured out the lie. And that's basically what this game's going to be. You'll sit down across from this man. He will stare intently at you as you tell him 2 truths and 1 lie. It will be a charisma-based role when it comes to the lie you decide to tell. It'll be a contested against my charisma, or I'll make a bunch of rolls to try to see if I can break through your lie, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So, you walk up, you sit down across from this man. He introduces himself as the mighty and the powerful. Somebody throw out a really dumb name.
Zemfari.
Bizarni.
Rowan.
All right, do those one at a time because one of those sounded good.
Bizarni.
Bizarni's not bad. We'll go with that. The mighty and powerful Bizarni.
I reach out my bony hand, and in my best voice I can possibly do, I say, I will best you.
He grabs your hand and vigorously, really strong grip, like a little painful with the intensity this man is like gripping your hand and shaking it, saying, "We shall see, sir." So now go ahead with the 2 truths and 1 lie about your character.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Okay. All right. Take all the time you need, sir.
Okay. I look intently at the man and I give him my 3 answers.
All right.
I currently have 1 chicken pot pie sitting in my pocket. I am 565 years old. And I forgot what the last one was supposed to be. I am from the Dunescape.
All right. He matches your gaze with intensity, and then begins to overwhelm you with his own intensity. He's giving off this aura of power. And again, it's starting to make you feel slightly uncomfortable. You're squirming a little bit. You don't necessarily start to sweat, but you can feel it. You feel your heat rising just because this man is staring at you so intensely. He's you can't tell if he's breathing. He hasn't blinked in like 6 minutes. So roll your charisma.
You got it.
Let's see.
I
Yeah,
believe
roll
my
charisma.
charisma is +3. Yes, so
Roll.
20.
But all right, here's what happens. After a couple minutes of this man intently staring at you, like I said, not blinking, you can't, like I said, he's barely, like, you can't really tell if he's breathing or not. He clears his throat and he goes, ah, ha, 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 ha. You, sir, almost got me. But the powerful, the mighty, I forgot his name already, Benzini, never fails. So your first statement of you having a chicken pot pie on your person, well, that's very obvious. We all can smell it. He's lying. Because since the chicken pot pie stand is actually really close by, everybody can smell chicken pot pie, but like he says he can smell it on your person. You walk with the air of someone who carries chicken pot pies with them on a regular.
Well, it's my favorite meal, so yes, I would.
For your second statement about you being 565 years old, well, that's very obviously. Of course you are. You, sir, are a lich. You are a very long-lived people. As far as he's concerned, no one lich has died of old age yet. So, obviously, you are also 565 years old.
Congratulations, that is true.
What was your third one?
I'm from the Dunescape.
And for your third statement about you being from the Dunescape region, well, pardon my ego, but that was the most obvious of them all. Of course, you're from the Dunescape. I can tell by your clothes. You can see the sand weathering on your boots. You can see you see the effects of the sun on your skin and the bleached bones of your hand. So clearly, my good sir, the lie was when you said you would best me when we shook hands. The great Benzini wins again.
The great Benzini does win again.
And the crowd.
Okay, we've
like,
gone from Bazzarni to Bazzini to Benzini. Honestly, this should just be the running gag.
That's a new character thing. Like he keeps changing his name.
Yeah.
He can't decide on one name.
The great Fettuccine has spoken.
But upon you revealing that he's correct, the crowd goes wild again because, like he said when you sat down, he has yet to lose.
This man's up to some sus shit. I rolled pretty well.
Full transparency, so did I.
Griff stands up. You're not very skibbity.
No!
You are so not Sigma. I fluff my cape and I walk away in disappointment.
Oh my god.
Good thing I sent you. that
Burl
message.
just kind of pats Griff on the back. No worries, bud. He's a tough one.
I thought I was being smart when I said three truths, and the lie was me being able to best him.
Okay, so then the first one I'm going to go to. Let's start off with the general goods store.
All right. So each of these merchants have their own stall here at the festival, to peddle their wares to more people, as ones do for festivals, And so you walk up to the general goods store. It's just called General Goods because you're in the town of Genera.
I get it.
Is the blacksmith store just going to be called Blacksmith?
No.
Is the weaponsmith going to be named Weaponsmith?
No.
Are they
God,
the family of Smiths?
no. Well, no. There's lore involved. If you want to go into it for the Smith, we'll get there.
We'll
I
get
hope
there.
it's run by
okay.
Will Smith.
So yeah.
No.
It's actually named Hot Stuff.
You guys are gonna call me off for this one because Lolly did when I was writing down these NPCs. But
Okay,
you get to the
excellent.
general goods stall, and it is run by a set of lich fraternal twins. They are Jen and Eric.
Uh-huh. Please go on.
No, it's just the stall run by Jen and Eric. You know, the general goods store.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Cool.
They do general goods, but they specialize in like adventurer supplies, spell books, and components used for like crafting for like the designer class or alchemy stuff if you are into alchemy. So yeah,
Okay. He's gonna Burble's gonna walk up to the storefront. He's gonna point to the sign. All right, fellas. Welcome to the generic store. And he'll walk on in, and he'll point out the two lich co-owners, boys, Jin, Eric.
They like I said, they are lich, so they have the bone covering. Jin, the left side of her face is encased in bone. Eric, the right side of his face is encased in bone.
Can
But
I go Riz up Jin?
Go for it.
I waddle on over and say, "What's up?"
Got any grapes?
What's up, pretty mama? How you doing?
Yes, this is what we're really here for. Flirting with the GM.
It's the first lich I've seen in 500 years.
Oh God.
Let me have my moment.
I'm gonna need you to roll charisma.
You got it.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
I got a +3 to charisma.
I'm rooting for you, Griff.
That's a 21.
Jesus Christ.
You weren't kidding about the Google Dice roller being quite forgiving.
Yes, sir. So you fucking waddle up of all actions to move. And you hit her with the line. It was some pretty mama.
What's up, pretty mama?
And on the half of her face that isn't encased in bone, she blushes. And she moves her hair behind her ear. She goes, "Hi." Her brother Eric appears out of nowhere, hovering over her shoulder, clearly in like protective brother mode. And he's like staring at, giving you the death glare. But he hasn't said anything, and he hasn't made a movement towards you. But he is clearly there in the moment.
I say, what's a fine young woman like you doing in a place like this?
She fucking giggles and she goes, "Oh, a little of this, a little of that, and fucking Eric like just like bulk up a little bit, like he's getting real. He's not liking the situation, He clearly does not like you. But again, he hasn't made a move towards you yet, but he is still there and still obviously like threatening you.
I extend him my hand to her and say, "What's your name?" "Mine's Griff."
She'll take your hand and she'll do a little curtsy. She just tell you her name is Jen. Eric begins to like crack his like knuckles. He's like doing like small stretches, like clearly getting ready for a fight.
My gut's telling me to continue, but my
He's gonna look over to. I'm gonna look over to Zerzer, and I'm just gonna kind of lean over, like, if you could go run an interference for Griff and talk to Eric. Otherwise, things might get bad.
Fine, I wanted to see if I could buy some sculpting clay anyways. I slowly saunter to the counter. and look to Eric and goes, "Excuse me, sir, I'd like to peruse your wares for any sculpting material you have, specifically clay."
He's gonna look at you, and then back at Griff, clearly flirting with his sister, and then back to you, and then he's gonna heavy sigh, and he's gonna look defeated as he walks up to the counter, and he asks you to repeat yourself on what you were looking for.
Sculpting clay.
And he tells you he'll have to run into the back to see he doesn't have any out. He has to see if they have any in stock, so he'll run to the back to check.
Whilst he's in the back, I want to ask Jen out for dinner.
We can share the pot of pie.
But no one
it's all
else
my
hears.
pocket.
What no one else hears is behind the in the back you hear a rifle getting cocked.
A shell is loaded into the shot.
I ain't got no clay, but somebody better call the ambulance. Not for me.
Not for me.
She's going to do the stereotypical like hand over mouth oh my thing, like oh my. Tells you she's gonna have to talk to her brother first to see if they have any plans, but she will get back to you as soon as she can. Upon you asking her to dinner, though, in the back, you guys clearly hear the sounds of shit breaking. And she tells you to excuse her while she goes to the back to assist her brother in finding the clay because he is not very good at finding things. So she walks off to the back to help her brother, and you can't. You hear them start arguing. You can't quite make out the words, but you can tell it is a very heated discussion.
Oh my!
Or at least-
I wonder what's
or at least-
happening back there.
I don't want to say heated discussion, but like clearly one side of this discussion is heated. And it's pretty obvious to tell who, but
I would like. May I make a perception? May I make a perception check to overhear what's being said?
Lally and Cap are just about to get into a fight. That's what you're gonna hear.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, let's fucking go. That's a 17.
All right, so you are able to hear part of the conversation, and it's a lot of back and forth. Clearly, Eric is the upset one. Jen is acting clueless. She doesn't understand why he's reacting the way he is. You hear Eric ask, like, or say to her, like, this happens all the time. Why do you have to flirt with every customer that walks in here? Let me guess. He asked you on a date. And she's like, I mean, yes, but she doesn't have any control over the situation. It's not her fault.
I'm just a girl.
Things of that, yeah, things of that nature.
Okay.
And before you stop paying attention, before you started to hear them come back from the back room, and before you stop eavesdropping, the last thing you do you hear Eric say, "How come nobody asked me out?" And then they come back to the. You hear
How come
him
nobody
ask,
ever asked me out?
Oh, aww.
and then they come back from the back room. Eric is holding a box full of sculpting clay, and he takes it back up to the front counter to Zerzer.
Thank you, I appreciate this. How much?
For £5, he will charge you 10 notes.
Oh, poggers, let's go.
It's like some expensive clay.
It's good clay.
Yeah, it's pretty good clay. Like,
It's super sculpt.
I need clay so I can reenact the scene from Ghost.
Somehow I do.
Maybe
Are-
you can
are
reenact
you-
Eric.
are you Patrick Swayze or?
That's what I was about to ask. Yeah.
I'm the pot.
oh, oh!
Oh my.
I mean,
Put
okay,
your
honestly,
hands upon me as I spin.
Spin.
Alright, I thank him for the 5 pounds of clay and put the 5 pounds of clay into a pouch big enough for 5 pounds of clay.
Hold on
yes.
1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. Or you guys can keep going. Just give me 1 second.
All right.
So Jen, say I pick you up around 8 o'clock.
That's a late dinner.
Late dinner, but early fucking.
Wow.
Oh my lord. Oh boy. Coming on
Man
strong.
has his evening planned. So
Griff
anyways,
wastes no time,
I
okay?
thought we'd start with the chicken pot pie and then move immediately to the poontang pie.
Whew. Look, okay, Griff's been around for over 500 years. He's done playing the fucking games, all right? Straight to
I'm here
business.
to mingle. I've seen some shit.
My boner is
Uh.
very dry. It is looking to get quite wet indeed.
And the first choice is to get with a lich. Got it.
Once you go lit, you don't go back.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you're looking for a sexual partner, if they've been around for 500-600 years, they've got to have some sexual knowledge going on. I mean,
Oh, you best believe it.
I would hope so.
but also after almost 600 years of being alive, like, I don't even know what gets you off at that point anymore, because you've done everything.
Mostly feet.
Loki's just playing
All right, that's
himself.
canon.
He's not making a character.
Cannon. Griff is in defeat.
Okay, I'm back.
So you didn't hear that?
Okay.
You didn't hear what just
No,
happened?
I did not.
Okay, something you need to note down. Griff is in defeat. It's canon.
All right. Writing it down now.
Yeah, excellent. So if you got any foot monsters planned, put them away.
Oh, God.
No, bring them back out.
Well, I just saw what time it was, so we're actually gonna end the session here for now.
Okay.
We will definitely continue from where we left off next time. I'll talk to you guys off stream or whatever to figure out when we want to do this again, and so we can get the timing down and everything.
I definitely want to do this again. This is a blast.
Of
Love to hear
course.
that.
I mean, why wouldn't I want to do this again?
I don't know. Maybe you weren't having fun. Maybe you were faking that.
Just like
He,
in bed.
he needs to understand. He needs to know where the Griff and Jen story ends.
No, not really, but
I'm kind of invested too at this point. So
But
Damn.
sorry.
Holy shit!
that was
Oh.
impressive.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Thank you.
But yeah, had my outro prepared and now I forgot it. So that's just gonna be short. Basically just thank you to huh?
I just figured I'd ask if we just want to go around the horn.
Oh yeah. We'll go
advertise
around.
ourselves if we wanted to.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I don't do anything. You can add me as a friend on Discord. I won't message you.
Oh, we're doing that kind of thing, saying who we are type of thing. I stream. You can catch me literally in a handful of.
Your microphone cut out.
Yeah.
What a. It's cord filter.
We only heard half of that.
Yeah, the noise gate filter for Discord is abysmal.
Yes.
No, I was just saying, this is, I am personally having a lot of fun with this. I haven't done any tabletop gaming as a player in a hot minute, so it's very fun to get back into a player role as opposed to the DM role. So yes, I am very much looking forward to doing more of this. And if you guys want to come hang out after the stream, I'm just going to be doing some sort of laid back stream, literally as soon as this is done, I'm just going to be streaming on my channel. You just have to click on my name, Dr. Taco, or just follow the shout out. Even it was already one or the other.
Follow him. Go to his stream. Do it.
Real quick, Loki, Taco, just initial thoughts on the game and its system so far.
Oh, very fun. I'm having a good time with it.
Good.
I mean, keep going, Loki.
It is familiar to me, with another tabletop that shall not be named experience. But I do like the differences in it, and I definitely look forward to more.
Yeah, I mean, at its absolute base level, it's very easy to just kind of get into because it's very similar to other rule sets. But I look forward, especially to being able to deep dive into more stuff. Like, like bringing up the religion. Like, it just kind of entered my head because you brought up, like, there's a church in the town. And I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't even think about, like, a religion for anything like that. So there's a lot of stuff like that I kind of look forward to seeing more of. And, like, oddly enough, like, I definitely am looking forward to a combat scenario.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's always very interesting. Every single game has such a different, like, it feels like outside of combat, a lot of systems are kind of the same.
Yeah.
There might be very small tweaks on this, that, or the other. But at the end of the day, I always feel like combat has the biggest sway on everything. Right. So it's like, is the combat as enjoyable as the rest of the system? And it's like, I feel like as long as that's as enjoyable as everything else, Daddy, then everything's good. So I mean, and the biggest thing for me is like, I have so many, or at least I'm trying to come up with a bunch of like cracked out ideas for my blood shaping ability, that I am really looking forward to combat and what you will and will not allow. Like, I want to push the boundaries of what I can and can't do with this class. And that's why I was so excited with even just doing the arrow thing, because I was like one of the first two things I wanted to test was a lasso or like the Spider-Man's webbing type of deal, because it's technically a projectile, but it's still being held in my hand. So I was just curious, like, what can I do with the projectile? Like, where does it start and end? So I really like being able to like toy with that.
All right.
I was also having a great time. It was great to get back into the saddle of adventure calls. I missed it more than I realized.
Well, I'm glad we were able to get you back into it. But all right, that's going to be it for this session. Thank you, Loki. Thank you, Taco. Thank you, Dune. Thank you, Lolly. Thank you, viewers. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, again, thank you, everybody. And we will see you all in the next one.